Hey, everybody. Welcome to our first ClickBid podcast. It's very informal. Part of my 2025 goals is to get out there and talk about things in the nonprofit space. Having been involved in nonprofit fundraising for 23 years, I've heard a lot. I've learned a lot, the hard way, the good way, and everything in between. And so, my goal is to just tell stories, maybe even have people in to tell their own stories and share from experience some of the things that they've learned and done. Take a look at some software, take a look at some techniques, some tips, and so on, geared primarily for the nonprofit space, and even more so, even people that might use the ClickBid platform, something I know a little bit about. But yeah, hopefully we get a few things done here over the year and really kind of dig into some good stuff. So the first one, I wanted to start with something pretty easy, but something I'm really excited about. In February, next month, we're launching a new, we call it the virtual venue. It's a new platform that donors are going to use to buy tickets, place bids, sign up for things, make purchases, and so on. One of the reasons I'm so excited about it is because it's using the latest and greatest technology. We've been working on it for about 18 months. And most importantly, it's not something that I've built. As the founder of anything, when you're entrepreneurial and you see a problem and you want to fix it, maybe something that isn't being done in a marketplace, and you go out and do it, it's your talent and it's your craft putting that solution in place. And then as you grow, you become less able to keep doing that over and over and over again. You have to bring on more people and get help and hand off some of that vision and passion to other people. And so for 23 years, starting out as just kind of filling a need way back in 2002, we ended up, having to add people, of course. And so now we have about 24 people. And those incredibly talented folks that are putting the code together for us right now have done an amazing job. So I'm just excited to kind of plunk around and take a look at it. We actually roll this out in about a month. So we're getting a sneak peek at it. And really, this is me just playing with it. I haven't, put a lot of time into it yet. I've been letting the developers build it. And, but yeah, this is, our goal is to really just put something out there that's unified. We call it the virtual venue. It's a culmination of a lot of different things that we've learned over the last 23 years into a unified bidding experience that's fast and easy to use. It's enjoyable to use for people online and on their phones and so on. So I'm just going to play around, and I thought I'd leave the camera on and the microphone running so that way you guys can see me make my foolish mistakes and see what happens. But as anything else in the admin, it's a new screen. I guess what I'm saying is that didn't really make any sense. What I mean is that the admin is still the same, but the new screens are built into it. So it's not, everything isn't brand new. So, the admin still looks the same. You've got your items and so on, but we have made some improvements. We're going to end up kind of stumbling into those as we get into it. But the first thing is I'm going to go to the landing page builder. So we actually call it a builder now, not the older legacy landing page content was the link. So if I go to landing page builder, I actually get to look at my site. And so this is interesting. So I did do a little bit of work before I started my podcast here. So what I'm doing actually as a side project, I'm taking my experience out into the community by putting together a nonprofit roundtable in my West Michigan community, trying to bring in nonprofit leaders to share their experiences, talk about their challenges with other nonprofits, and try to, a roundtable, people working together to kind of find common solutions through experiences. And so this is a real thing I'm going to be rolling out in next month as well. So I wanted to build a page for it. So let's take a look. So we have this page builder thing here at the top, some settings. If I click on that, we'll drop down here. It says switch back to legacy version. I don't want to do that. I can open the actual page in a new tab, which I'll do that. So this is the actual finished page. And then back here, do I want to open my auction early? No. I'm not actually doing any auction items, but let's say I am. So let's go ahead and say yes. And it says changes have been saved. So I can imagine I'll be seeing things up there. Let's go to page settings. Ooh, I got a brand color, black. Is that black? Yeah, pretty close. Okay. I must have picked that, so I'm just going to stick with it. So, yeah, all right, fine. I'll stick with it. And then do I want to show the block titles? Oh, this is when I create a content block. We've always called those content blocks. Do I want to show the block titles? But if I didn't know that, I guess I'd just leave it alone. And then I can choose different fonts. You can see here, this one's called Overlock. Let's see what Merriweather does. Merriweather. Oh, and it changes on the fly. I like that one. Maybe. Libre Baskerville. Ooh, like that. Let's do that one. Okay, and then item share button. Yeah, okay, fine. So I'm going to add that. And then, so that's my page settings. If I go to nav settings, do I want to show ticket link? So that's there. Yes, I do. I want to link to my ticket page. That's what it kind of looked like. Do I want to show an auction link? Well, for this demo, yeah. I'm going to say yes, and then pops up this auction. It's kind of funny when I mouse over it, puts these blue boxes. So I'm going to guess that I can click on them and I can highlight them. Check this out. My auction. Oh, all right. So I can edit event tickets. Let's just call that one join round table. It's kind of like a dual purpose here that I've got. So I can click in here and type what I want. Yes, I am. I already knew that happened. I'm pretending like I've experienced it for the first time, but yes, I do know. So, yeah, this is for the sake. This is for entertainment value. All right. So then, show donate link. Yes. Okay. So now I get a three main. So, tickets, auction, donate, sponsors. Okay. I don't know where that goes. Maybe it must be in, if it's not here, then it's got to be in the, let me refresh this. Oh yeah, sponsors. That's cool. Although I said yes to the donate, but I didn't see any donate button. All right. I won't pretend like I don't know why. I do know why, and that's because I haven't set up my donation item yet. We'll get to that. Okay, but I am going to go to the hero banner. All right, so I went ahead and I uploaded a picture. This is a beef stick, by the way. It's like 12:28, it's lunchtime, so hopefully I'm making you hungry too. With the heroes, you get two. You can pick a logo, and then you can pick a background color or background image. But based on the type of hero, you may or may not get to see the logo. So I'm going to try this. Slap that on there. Okay. So it puts our logo in there, centers it, puts a white box on it. So that way, over the years, we've had this issue where people upload these really detailed, colorful backgrounds, and then you can't see any pictures or text on top of it. So, so we put the logo on a white background. So it's, obviously that's important. So we want you to see that. So do we want to see a hero button? Yes, we do. And then it's going to use my primary color. So that's why it's dark. And this is where I want it to go. I want it to go to the website, the bidding site. How do I do that? Well, if I go to auction and then I copy that link, I can paste it right there. Okay. And then do I want to show media share? I say no, but maybe I do. Yeah, there they are. Boom, boom, boom. That's kind of cool. So basically these buttons, if you click on them, you don't have to set them up because it's basically saying share the page that you clicked the button on. So you're basically sharing the site on your social. I only describe that because I've been confused on that in the past myself. So under footer settings, I'm going to close the hero banner. And then I'm also going to close navigation because, keep things clean. I can set up a support email if I go all the way to the bottom. Support email is Matthew Burnell. That's a different color. Okay, that's cool. So I put my, now questions, contact support. Interesting. So I can put in Facebook if I have a link to a Facebook URL, Twitter URL, Instagram. I do, but I'm not going to put it in there. And then if you have analytics, you can put your Google Analytics ID in here and it'll track it for you. So I do not. I should. I don't. All right. So I close the footer settings. So now my settings are done. But okay, cool. So I upload a picture and then I can click. Remember, 2025 nonprofit roundtable, shared experiences that help leaders grow. I mean, that works. I could AI that and maybe come up with something a little cooler. But I'm going to scroll down. Now, remember, this is landing page builder, so you're actually building the page on the fly. Have you ever seen that YouTube video? I'll have to show it to you. It's how they build the airplane in the air. It's a really funny commercial where they're building an airplane while people are trying to fly on it to their destination. It's a super funny commercial. It's great to use when you're mad at your team for not getting organized before they go out and do something. You can send them that video and they'll get the point. Anyway, so I want to add action bar. Action bar. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to add an action bar so I can pick one of them, buy tickets. Looks like I can pick something here. So, so I can have a buy. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to do buy tickets. All right, great. Icon, search, tickets. And then, okay, cool. So I can pick a ticket. Let's do this one. That one looks like a ticket. And then title, sign up, save. And then put that there. Okay, so I can add another action bar link. I do that. I'm going to do make a donation. Then it's going to search the word donate. It's a turtle. What in the world is a turtle? Strange. Okay, so I can do the little hand with a dollar sign. And then I can say donate. I feel like I should put that turtle in there, though. That really confused people. And then add action bar link. One more. So it looks like I got two of them. I wonder if I join roundtable. No, shoot. I want to go back to click here. Oh, okay. So if I pick two, then it centers them. That's good. So if I don't have three, that's all right. But it looks like I can have three. So I'm going to go back here, add one more. And let's do... I'm just going to go to a website. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. I want to say cool turtles. And then 18 weird and wonderful turtle species. Okay, so I'm going to go there. I'm going to find that turtle. There we go. Boom. And I'm going to say turtle, spell right. Turtle things. It's weird. But anyway, so if I refresh my actual landing page, you can see turtle things. It's kind of neat. So it pops open a new page. Interesting. It's kind of neat. Anyway, now normally I wouldn't have this content here, but let's just pretend, let's just take a look at it. So I can add a content block. So the first, you got your, like this, I made this, and then I come down here and we go, add a content block. So I want to add something. All right, so I can do auction items. I got some types. So this is different because it used to be like you just put stuff. So it looks like we have templates now. So auction items, cumulative total. So if I want to put like how much we've raised, that'd be cool. If I do total, I gotta fill out this first. So let's just say total raised, and that's the title. So I'm guessing that's going to be the link that shows up in the hamburger menu up here. And if I do a header, I'll just do both, total raised. And then I hit save. And then it pops open. Okay, so I want to show it. Sure. Do I want to show the title? I mean, yes, I don't know, figure that out in a minute. Background color, I can, by default, it's like a light gray. It's a pretty good color for kind of if you're not creative, just leave it. That's what I would say. Now, what type of cumulative total bar are we doing? So we're going to do everything, or I can do donation items, live items, silent items, quantity items, you name it. Or I can select individual items. Like, let's just say I only care about the total of this item. I can put that total there. Let's just do all. The goal, obviously, you got to have an end goal. So let's do 100,000. 100,000? Yeah. And then a buffer. So this just means, like, have we already raised? Like, so somebody walked in and gave me a $20,000 check. I want that part of it. And then the bar color. Listen, I'm colorblind, so you could tell me this is pink and I would believe it, but I don't think it is, because the G for green is a really high number. So I'm going to say this is green. So yeah, don't tell me that's pink. Although I wouldn't deny it. And then green money, right? I mean, that makes sense. And I hit save. And then there it is. Now, there's a lot going on here. What am I looking at? So this is that title thing. If I want to come back in here, I can say show title no, and now it's gone. You know, our designer actually called this an eyebrow. I have no idea why. It's not like that. Must be a thing. Like if you Google an eyebrow design, maybe that's what that is. It's a special thing. If I got rid of it and I'm like, oh crap, I want to get it back, I just say yes. And woof, there it is. Remember, now the eyebrow, because I think that sounds cool, is also part of the menu. So everything's saved. So if I come back to my other tab or my actual pages that people use and I refresh, I can go here and it says total raised. Takes me there, which means I could probably change total that we've raised, so I don't know. And then it's been saved, but I do have to refresh. So I'm going to do that. Total that we've raised, but yet my menu is still total raised. So the title is the eyebrow is the link. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, and then in any content block, you can actually type something. So let's just say I want to put something in here, and I want to do blah blah blah. Ooh, but wait a second. What's this? Wait, what was that? Okay. If I highlight it, I can bold it. That's nice. But I can also, thought I saw a plus sign there. I don't know where that. Maybe I didn't. Oh, there it is. What's this? Quick insert. Oh, I can insert an image, a video, or a shadow button. Well, that's cool. Picture, link. Clear formatting. What's that? I can change the text color. Do all kinds of fun stuff. But I don't know what I want to type, so I'm going to use this little auction thing here. Get rid of that. I'm going to say use auction GPT. Now, write a sentence about how proud we are to raise money for pediatric research. Okay. And then submit. Now notice this is like, I am not you can actually get a degree now in chat prompting or GPT prompts. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm not that guy. Look, pal, I'm not that guy. So what I do know though, is you want to tell the auction GPT what you want. Otherwise, you could get a friggin' book. You don't want that. So I'm just saying, give me a sentence. You could say, give me a sentence, give me a tweet, give me a paragraph. That's a good one. About what? how proud we are to raise money for, and be specific, like, pink and blue ponies, and it'll do it. So you hit submit. Cool. Then it just drops the text in there, although it does put a new line in, so I'm just going to delete that. We are incredibly proud to contribute to pediatric research, real creative, by raising money to support important medical achievements for children. I mean, sounds like AI, but it's not bad. And then, okay, cool. But what if, so it's going to be right underneath this block here. So maybe, if I wanted to change the background color, I could use these arrows. I'm going to move it down. And I'm going to move it up. Now it's back up here. Okay. So if I want to get rid of it, I can hit the delete. And it says, hey, hold on. Are you sure? No, I'm not sure. And you can add more content and so on. So it's really like, boom, get something done fast. What I did with this one was, you can see I got, what is a nonprofit roundtable? And then I actually did use more GPT here to, let's see, maybe I want a new paragraph there, to give more content, because I was like, this is what I wanted to say. And I said, please write a paragraph. And the GPT did it. But let's just, do I want to delete it and start over with, I don't know if I have that picture on my computer. So I think what I'll do, hey man, you live once and that's it. So I'm just going to add a content block. Now notice all my content blocks are gray. Quick thing, you got this line here, and I think if I refresh, I don't think that line shows up. Yeah, so it's all solid background. Now notice Smarty Pants here did a white background for my picture, super good looking. And then our doctor, smart guy, who's going to help actually make the thing meaningful to the nonprofits. Let's just go ahead and add a content block. We're going to put that back in. We'll just make a new one. So so instead of auction items or cumulative total, I'm going to do an image text split. So a lot of times in the years past, we've had people build landing pages and they want pictures in, and the way it works today, it's a little clunky. So we actually created a template, image text split. I say I didn't create a template. Our team did. So let's say, let's just say about this program. I don't know. And then header, I want to say, what is I think that's what I called it, nonprofit round table. Okay, so then it asks me, do I want to show the block? Of course, show the title. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to make the background white. Now, here's a little thing about backgrounds. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't pick stinking yellow, okay? Because that's like MySpace circa 2005 or 6. Gross. Don't do that. Be very conservative. Think contrast. We want this to be legible on websites. No, not websites. Of course, we want it to be legible on websites. We want it to be legible on, disability platforms, services that have screen readers, and they need the contrast so they can read the content right off the page. So pick a white or a black or gray, and then, like they say in real estate, paint your walls white, and then create your contrast and your color with what you hang on the walls, the art. I just kind of made that up anyway. So if I want to have a background, I can have a background image and I can have a floating image. What that means is we're going to do an image split. So half of this page is going to be content. The other half is going to be a picture. So let's figure out what that background picture is going to be. Let's see. I got old books and female. All right. I guess let's go with that because my computer doesn't have the picture I uploaded. Oh, that's a shame. And then floating image, I don't want one. I'm just going to leave it. And then I can do image right, bottom, left, or top. Oh, that's interesting. Let's just do right and hit save. Uploads the image, drops it in. Perfect. So now I got an image on the right. I didn't have to do any design work. I don't have to be good at this. And now I want to put something in here, but I don't even know how I would write it. So write a paragraph. Remember I said, be specific about a program. So what is it? It's a program that brings nonprofit together to talk about their experiences running a charity. We don't give advice, but we speak from experience. Okay. All right. Then I say submit. And what do I get? Okay. And I put some new line in there. So I'm going to get rid of that new line. And so, I'm just going to, it's a big paragraph. So obviously you want to read through it. What I always say about AI is let it give you a starting point. Don't just be like, oh, perfect. Like thumbs up. I did that and I'm moving on. I mean, you can if you're in a hurry, but this is a good jumping off point. Like a nonprofit roundtable profession, okay. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm just going to say our program provides a unique platform. So I've already started changing it. And again, the program focuses on fostering peer-to-peer learning. That's good. Offering a space for professionals to discuss. Yeah, wow. I'm going to start a new paragraph because it's like people are going to get sick of that. So there. So now I got 3 paragraphs. So now I got a content area. Simple. And a picture. And I didn't have to be a designer. So then I just refresh. And now, bingo. So this is really starting to look pretty good. And I haven't really done a whole lot. Now, what I want to do is take a second, take a beat. Let's go back to the admin. I'm going to go to some items. Ooh, this is new. The items table works like a spreadsheet. Click a cell to make changes directly. For more options, click the edit. Oh, yeah. This is our new improved item spreadsheet. So if I want to edit some of these items, I can just click. Instead of having to edit them all the time, I can just golden tickets or cash money donation, sample. So I can just do live auction item. So it's kind of cool. If I want to change the item number, of course, I can't change it. I don't think I can change it to one that already exists. Oops. So now it needs to be 101. Can't do that. So, okay. And then I can do drop downs. This is slick. I think what I remember is I can drag this around. I can move things. Let's see. Yep. Move things around, reorder them. And if I still want to go back to I need a description. So I'm going to click on this. And it takes me back to where I was. So now, so I remember that, in my thing, I wanted to show the donation, but it won't give me the donation button or link. That's because I haven't told my account which donation item I want to be designated as the donation item. So I could say, make this your online donation text to give item. So I'm going to do that. Now, if I come back here and hit refresh, bingo, I get my donate. The reason is you can only have one item that's just for, if you want to set up just a donation page, you create an item and you call it donation item, and then you say, yep, that's the one. Because in your account, you could have 100 donation items, but one of them is the one that is being, and it doesn't matter what the status is, visible, nothing. It's just like, you're going to accept donations all the time on it. And then again, everything's the same the way it used to be. I can use Auction GPT with content, which is really great. It's a big time saver and so on. But these are all invisible. So I want to change that. So we got 8. Let's go down here. I'm going to do status active. Let's set it. I don't know. Can I do it? Good. I can. So tomorrow, I'm going to set it for tomorrow. This is cool. I can change the starting bids and the raise values as a percent. So I can do as a percent. Okay. So let's as a percent of fair market. Oh, starting bid. Okay. Yeah. So I can do starting bid as a percent. So if the fair market value is $100, I could say set the starting bid at 35. That's typically what we want. So I'm going to hit, let's just try it. So it'll take anything that has a fair market value, which do I have any? Let's see. Oh yeah. So, but it'll only do it for auction items, not donation items. So it's going to change these starts. Let's say here, like live auction, it's going to do 35% of $15.95, $24.95, $3,000, and so on. And let me go back here. So I'm going to scroll down. All right. I got a little carried away on this. I'm updating 3 things at once. That's a pretty big deal. So I do. Okay. And you heard I have a meeting coming up. Oof. So then it tells me, hey, man, this one doesn't have a fair market, so we're not going to do it, which is fine. I mean, obviously, it makes sense. But it did set these to active. Do I not have? Oh, this one it did. So it must only work for silent auction items. That's interesting. So yeah, so it did 35%, which we want. And then you can do raise. You can set that to a number. The other thing that's cool too is you can do pricing defaults now. So when I create an item, I can tell it I can do a starting bid of 35, which is pretty typical. And then the raise, that one I don't remember. Is it like 5%? Maybe 10%? And it's going to pick, it's not going to take that number and do like the starting bid is, $32.15. It's going to round it, adjusted so that way it's a whole number and I think it's divisible by 5. So it's not like crazy. You can also do buy now, but every item is going to have a buy now percentage, which you don't always have buy now items. This is going to be the big deal. So I'm going to hit save. And now if I ever create a brand new item, it's going to set my defaults, which is pretty slick. Anyway, the reason I was here was because I wanted to set these to active. And so that in my software settings, landing page builder, I'm going to come down here underneath the total. I'm going to add a content block and I'm going to do auction items. And then it's going to be auction preview. And then the header is going to be take a peek at our goodies. Okay. And then save. And what it does, show block, yes. Show title, yes. And then background color. Yeah, it's fine. And so what it does is it takes our auction items and starts displaying them based on whether they're active or not. Now notice I have 7 active. One of them is invisible. And then on the landing page, when I'm doing this, I can go to, auction preview. Take a peek at our goodies, sign in to bid. Don't have an account yet? Sign up now. Oh, good. And then I can browse. Snap. And then I can, hey, computer, I can take a browse and they slide left and right. Notice they got this cool little gradient thing so people know. It's kind of like our way of saying, hey, just so you know, this slides left and right. I absolutely love the way Apple does this. The PC version has a permanent stinking scroll bar. Now that's just not cool. But you can also, let's say I'm not logged in or anything. So if I want to, look at details, I can pop that open. I can look at that. That's neat. I can zoom in. I really want to go wherever this is. Caribbean 4-night all-inclusive. It's going to be a live auction. Oh, that's why I didn't change the starting bid. Live auctions don't have starting bids. That's set by the auctioneer. You can share it and so on. It's got the numbers. This is pretty slick. And then I can also see all items, which is the exact same thing as clicking my auction. So there you go. You notice I put in a couple of those image text splits. This one is actually just a what do you call it? Raw text. What did I call it? So content block, freeform. So if all you're going to do is this is like the throwback to what we had in content sections 1, 2, 3, and 4. I can say about this podcast. Or no. I'm going to do join our Podcast. Actually, okay, hold on. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Our, because this is the title. Then the header is join our ongoing podcast. Save, and then it's going to create, do I want to show the block? Yes. Show the title? Yes. Background color, let's go crazy. Do a white. Again, light colors or strong contrast. So white, black, but try not to be 50% gray or something. Don't land anywhere in here. This is not a good idea. In my opinion, you should be in this area, some form of white or black, but either lighter white to very minimum gray, or black to a lighter black. Those are your options. That's your space. That's your window. Anyway, so notice that this is just freeform content. I can put whatever I want in here. I can use Auction GPT to put some content. I can slap in a video if I want. I think you can do YouTube or Vimeo. You can drop that in, and then it'll put the video in there. And then if you don't want this, there's a couple options. Let's say I'm I'm not quite ready to do the podcast content block, or maybe I will, but I'm going to let people sign up for the in-person first. And then when I fill up, I'm going to put the podcast out there as an option. I can show the block no, meaning it'll still be there, and I've taken the time to write it. I just don't want it showing. Or if I'm just thinking, you know what, I'm not into it, I can just delete it. And then it's gone. All right. Well, that was my first foray into this, and I think I'm feeling pretty good about it. Now, if I go back here, you can, if you get confused, where am I at? Just go to the page and load it and refresh it, so you get a nice clean refresh. I've got my content here, and then I've got my uploaded a logo, a company logo. I can show you where that happens. It's in the admin under, I think it's auction or event settings. And then I got my content areas. Give yourself a real bona fide website. Forget the whole event website. This is like a corporate website. Anyway, more to come because there's just so much more to talk about. There's so many more cool things. But man, if in the time that I was just talking, I put together a website. So pretty happy about that. And we'll catch you guys later.